All right, so here is our little bat that I made. Here's my pinecone get bat. He's sonar, so he's going until he finds a bug and he eats it. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so a few things. The googly eyes can be really difficult to stick on. Adding a little extra glue helps, and just letting it sit. These felt wings, they're stiff now, but when I send them to you, they're not, both because it's way easier to cut when it hasn't been like stiffened felt. And there's a few ways you can stiffen the felt yourself. And another thing that I wanted to show off, just to get in a little bit of the science and the anatomy behind this, I made my bat wing like an anatomical bat wing, and I'm going to explain to you the different parts for this. So I went out and I collected sticks, and then I just fit them onto my wing, broke them down to fit my wing. So I've got a forearm going on here. This is my thumb, or this is the bat's thumb sticking up. We have our first finger, which is our pointer finger, that's up on top. We have our middle finger, which is our longest bone, both on our own hands and on the bat's wing. And then we have our fourth finger, which is our ring finger. And lastly, we have our pinky, and the pinky on a bat is way longer than a pinky on us, which is really interesting. Bats are mammals. They developed the ability to fly. They kind of like use their hands, got a web together, and they became wings, which is super cool. And I feel jealous because I can't fly. All right, so really quick, I wanted to show off my spider because my cat just found it. I did a ground dwelling spider because I find the googly eyes to be very difficult, first off. And second off, 8 seems like so many. And also eyes are hard. Googly eyes and real eyes are very hard. Okay, so Nisha really wants this. So I'm gonna hurry through this one. So all I did for here is I wrapped the legs all the way around the spider. It's really easy. And you can think of this either as a very fun craft that you can hang up, or you can think of this as like really fun cat toys that you just made. All right, here you go, Nisha. All right, here we are with our spider web. I've gone ahead and glued all 3 of my popsicle sticks in the center line. Some of them are not perfectly centered. Some of them are a little better than others, but variation is fine. All spider webs are different. And then you're gonna tie on a loop of the yarn that I give you, and you're gonna just slowly start winding it around, and you wind it all the way around. So you're gonna go in front of a popsicle stick once, and then you're gonna go behind the popsicle stick the next time. And I go in front here, and then I'm going to go behind here. And I'm just going to keep winding around, and I'm going to slowly step out as I do this. So holding it tight, managing multiple things in your hands, all these things are really great for developing dexterity. And now I'm going to do the last little step, which is adding my spider, which I'm going to add to this side so that I have the extra string on the other side. And here's our cute little spider. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so we're going to make 2 things out of origami. Origami is great because it both helps with shape recognition, especially triangles. There's a lot of triangles and squares, square folds within origami. It also helps with dexterity. So shape recognition is both important for word recognition. This is like the pre-skill to learning words is learning shapes. And you can use this a lot. So shapes and playing games around shapes is really cool, especially for the younger kids. It also helps with dexterity. So them folding the paper in the right way, following these directions. I've seen some sites say that kids as young as 5 can start folding origami. And it's not about getting it perfect. So I still struggle with getting my folds just perfect. I don't have my lines 100%, and that is not a reason to stop. You just keep on going with it and do the best you can. I've noticed I have a lot of variation in my origami. And then for older kids, one of the added benefits to this is it's a little bit meditative. And what I mean by that is that you can only fold origami when you're folding origami. You can't be scrolling Facebook. You can't be thinking about other things. And that's what I found with myself is when I'm folding, I am only thinking about what I'm folding. And I'm able to really get in the zone for that. And I think that's a really cool and important skill for kids to be having. Do one fold to create a triangle. Do a second fold. So these will become the ears. So these will become our ears, and I want you to notice that I start the fold right at the center line and let it come out from here. Now I'm going to fold down the top of the kitty cat head. Brooke and I were making this and we realized the difference between a kitty cat head and a fox head is foxes have flatter heads, so a bigger fold for a fox and a smaller fold for a kitty cat. And here is your cat all done. So you can draw a little face on it and you can hang it up, or you can enjoy however you would like. You can even drop them back off at the library for us to have. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to show you a bookmark fold so you can always have a bookmark. So for this, I'm going to start on the back side because I want the color to be facing out. If you have two different sides of colors, that's something to keep in mind when you're doing different sorts of origami. So we're going to start off the same way as before, and we are going to make two triangles. I'm going to do a diagonal fold to make a triangle here. I'm going to do another diagonal fold to make a smaller triangle, triangles within triangles. Then I'm going to open this up and I'm going to fold down half. So just a half, and I will take the point down exactly to the middle. So now I am going to fold this little colorful triangle in to the center. And I'm going to fold this triangle into the center. And now I have what looks like an envelope. At this point, I'm going to undo these folds and I'm going to do a second fold all the way up. And this, I'm making a triangle and I'm folding it along the center line all the way up. And I'm going to do the same with the other side. So now I'm going to have a square or a diamond shape that's all color on the outside now. And now we're to the last step where I take this triangle in that I've been dealing with the last few turns, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it inside. And this, you know, you're going to have to do just a little bit of cajoling to get the paper bending and folding exactly how you want it. You'll do that with both sides. And voila, you have a cute little bookmark that you can decorate however you want. You can put a cat face onto it. You can put a bat face onto it. You can even put a gnat face onto it. Although I don't know of anyone who actually wants a gnat bookmark. I've also decorated them like Darth Vader or stormtroopers. There's any number of things that you can decorate them as. They're super fun, and now you always have your place in your book.